Close your eyes and take a deep breath. Feel the air filling up your lungs as you inhale. Pause for a moment to notice how good it feels to breathe in fresh oxygen. Then exhale all the carbon dioxide from inside your body. Notice that you're feeling calmer already, just by breathing deeply. Now imagine yourself standing on top of a mountain. Look down at all the beautiful scenery below you. Notice how peaceful everything seems right now. That's because this is an area with very low levels of air pollution or noise pollution. It's easy to relax here with no worries about anything else going on in your life. Notice how good it feels to enjoy the surrounding scenery standing on this mountain right now. The weather is perfect for a hike today, and you've already planned out your route. There's a very clear path that leads all around here, so you know exactly where to go as long as you follow this trail. You start off by following straight down a relatively steep slope. After a while, it levels out again when the ground underneath your feet feels more like grass than soil. You continue walking and find yourself surrounded by trees on all sides. Thick green leaves sway gently in an almost hypnotic rhythm. You pass by a few of these trees and see that most of them have apples hanging off the branches. You find yourself standing in front of an apple tree with one last apple on the branch. Look closely at this perfect, shiny, red apple. It looks so delicious. Ever since you were a kid, there's something about biting into an apple that feels really special and exciting. The juice running down your chin as seeds lightly bounce off your tongue when they fall out. Feel that little bit of crunch as you dig in. Notice the warm breeze blowing gently against your skin. As you follow this path, the ground underneath your feet slowly becomes more like a sandy beach. The trees get smaller and farther apart. You notice that the air has smelled fresher than it did just a few minutes ago, too. There are no cars or factories around here, so all of this breathable air is flowing in from the ocean instead. It's almost midday right now, so the skies are dazzling overhead. But there are also several clouds rolling along through the sky that are casting long shadows on everything below them. This scene makes you feel you're hiking through a forest. What does this main path look like? Is there any grass or dirt on it? Or is it made up of trees that form a walkway? After taking in all the beautiful scenery around you, start heading back down the mountain along the same trail that brought you here today. Take your time, enjoying each step as you head back down. Notice everything around you much more clearly now after being up so high for so long. Once you've reached the bottom, notice how relaxed and refreshed you feel right now. Take a second to look around and appreciate everything that you see here. Notice how it feels to be back down here in this bustling city environment again. Turn left and start walking along the sidewalk towards your destination. Although there is pedestrian traffic, it's not really important to pay attention to anything else but yourself. Take your time as you walk along this street until finally these thoughts have passed out of your mind completely. There's nothing going on right now except for watching yourself walking. The sounds of cars driving by, the wind blowing through what trees they left between these tall and large buildings. You notice that you're feeling much calmer than you were just a few minutes ago. You stop and take pause for a moment to feel this sensation coursing throughout your body. The next time that you engage with the outside world, pay attention to how calm it feels inside for you now. all because of how present you could be when walking along on that path above the city streets. You continue walking along this street until finally arriving at your destination. Take one more deep breath before opening doors to go inside. Once inside the building, take a moment to acknowledge that this is where you accomplished something today. Notice how confident you feel right now, knowing that all of your hard work is about to pay off here in just a few quick minutes. If applicable, write out questions you have before walking into this job interview. Just take a moment to pause and feel the sensation of being in your own body before speaking with the interviewer. Take a few deep breaths here before finally walking into the room where the person is waiting for you. Once inside this room, let yourself be completely vulnerable around them. Just allow yourself to open up around them with no expectations. If you're lucky enough to be interviewing for a job, answer every question that they ask of you in the most truthful way possible. Then take just a few deep breaths before responding again with whatever's on your mind. Don't feel bad about being completely honest and vulnerable around them. Before walking away and finally leaving this building, notice how much better it feels for being completely honest with someone else. Remember that love is unconditional, but fear comes from external expectations. As you walk through the lobby to leave the building, put a smile on your face, knowing that you did your best, and if the job is for your highest good, it already belongs to you. If it does not, then something even better is preparing to take its place. You walk along until suddenly noticing an incredible view of the entire city skyline off in the distance. Notice how good it feels being so at peace with yourself right now. As you continue walking along, notice how everything around you becomes more radiant and colorful because you look for beauty and find it. While you continue to take deep breaths, look down at the ground and note all the flowers and trees that are appearing along the way. Just take a moment to acknowledge how grateful you are for finally feeling so at peace with yourself. As you stand near some trees, imagine them eventually wrapping their branches around you and completely protecting your body from harm. Feel how great it is to be protected by something so magical. Just take a moment to absorb the sensation before continuing on this path where there's even more beauty waiting for you. Remember that in order to remain happy and positive today, you must never forget the importance of always being grateful. Make no assumptions about anyone or anything today. Just take a few deep breaths before moving on with your life. As you continue walking along this path that's now lined on both sides by so many incredible trees, notice how they seem to be so happy to have you walking here today. Before arriving at any destination, simply know that it is most important to remain kind and positive with others. With each step we take, know that there are no words in any language that can describe how incredible it feels being surrounded by so much positive energy. With each step we take, nothing can ever go wrong with the choice of staying positive and remaining grateful. Know that everything will come together perfectly to speed you toward fulfilling your own destiny. And it is so. If you have gotten any value out of this video, please consider clicking the like button and subscribing to this channel. It would be greatly appreciated. Thank you.